everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm here with Kimmy. We've been working together for like the past month on healing me and doing so many different beautiful healing practices, and I've been learning so much from Kimmy. She's my teacher and my friend, and today is actually a very special day because it's our last day together. I'm heading back to Austin tomorrow possibly, so it's going to be, it's kind of a hard, sad day, but also I'm so glad we've gotten to do this together. And I have a lot of videos on our journey together, so make sure you check all of those out. And we're here in Santa Teresa in Costa Rica, Casa Verde, and today we just filmed a video on sitting, and how we're sitting right now is how you should be sitting, but right now we're going to talk about Feng Shui. Kimmy practices Chinese medicine and Chinese teachings.
Yeah, I will give you a little bit background. So, for example, if someone is coming to me, to my clinic to get some balance, I will diagnose them and ask some questions to see what took him out of balance. So it could be emotionally, suppressed emotions, food that he's not eating, his posture making maybe pains in his body, etc., etc. But one of the things also is your environment. So if someone comes with allergies or, for example, inflammation, the first question I'm going to ask is, are you living like in an underground room? Okay, sometimes when you live under the earth, it's very inflaming. Okay, when you go into a cave or into a house that is under the earth, and you can smell this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the
dampness. So sometimes even where you live can affect your health. So this kind of person that is coming to me, I can help him only by suggesting him to leave that house. I can give him acupuncture, I can give him food, breathwork, qigong, herbs, cleanse, whatever. But if he's not gonna change his environment, he's gonna continue to be sick. So environment is very effective. For example, someone that have mania. We have people that have mania and depression. Mania and depression. So some people have only the mania. If they live in New York in the 5th floor, so it's not going to support because many people that have mania,
is that like anxiety also?
Yeah, they're very high all the time. We actually want to ground them. We want to put them in a house with a garden, okay, and not like living so high. And the same with someone that is too stuck. Actually living in a high apartment is going to bring some air and movement and breath into his life. So what we're doing, we're balancing our surrounding to balance our own elements. So if someone, for example, have a lot of depression, and we need to have more fire in his kidneys because we want to be more sexual. So I would suggest to eat more like spicy food, like red chili, cacao, coffee, putting red things in your room, maybe red curtains, maybe red cover on your bed, things like more, and bring fire into your life. And the opposite, someone that is super out of balance with his fire element and is super sweaty and red and talks like crazy and laugh like crazy and very bossy, and this kind of people that they're very loudy and red and sweaty, and their fire is out of balance. So we want to bring more water. So I would suggest cut off coffee, cut off cacao, spicy food, ground yourself, drink more aloe vera, watermelon, things that actually cooling them down. So it's all about the elements. Like the planet has the 5 elements. We're also, in our body, we have the 5 elements, and we all the time want to balance that. So if someone have too much metal in their body, for example, and always when they sit, with you in the coffee shop, they will fix their phone everything needs to be straight. You know, these people that fix
Yeah.
the phone, and when you go to the bedroom, you see how their cupboard is like super tidy, all their clothes. Because these people are like super mental, like
OCD.
like over mental element. They're very good doctors, very good in doing specific things. They're amazing. They're very sensitive. They look very cold, the mental people. Very good doctors. They're not cold. They're actually very protective because they're very, very sensitive. So these metal people that are over tidy, we want actually to bring more fire into their body to melt that metal. So I want to support them to do things more from the heart and not only being in survival mode, like waking up, brushing your teeth, cleaning the house, having food. No. Where can you bring more love into your life, more fun, more things for the heart, more cacao, more dancing, more like, you know, this is what they need to soften, more fire and heart element to soften that element, etc., etc. We have the wood element, earth element, and the water element. It's all about these elements. So I'm not going to get more deep about that, and we're going to jump into the Feng Shui. So as I said, we want to balance our surroundings. So first of all, it needs to be clean. We don't want to have dust. Dust make a lot of immune system problems. People that have allergies, skin problems, asthma, things like that, we need the house to be super clean from dust, because then the immune system will make mucus in our body, because they don't want us to smell and bring the dust in our body. So the body is actually producing that mucus to protect us. Okay, so the mucus is not the problem. We just need to have a clean house, you know. So that is one thing. The second thing, we want to have as less things as possible in our house. Clothes, clean in your kitchen, in your cupboard, clean it out. Every springtime, make like a big cleanse in your house once a year, like a big one, and just give away everything that you not, because these things are all the dust and also all the energies in our space. And if you lock down things in a suitcase somewhere or boxes, it's like you're locking down things in your subconscious, because our house is our temple, like our bodies is our temple. So we actually want to clean all of this out to be as fresh, as more chi that is flowing in the house. Okay, we can put a crystal, diamond-shaped crystal in the corners of the house where there is windows, and allow the energy to flow, and see like rainbows in the house. It's a beautiful gift for children to put in the room. I buy my nephews only crystals, only things that are not polluted. I call it when they want to buy plastic and things that modern things that they like, I'm saying, it's a dolphin killer. Like, you're gonna use it for 1 year, it's gonna go to the ocean, and it's gonna go end up into a dolphin's stomach and gonna kill an animal. Like, I don't like all these plastic things. So I buy them like really nice crystals. So we put them around the house. We want our bedroom to be like a temple of sleep. It's better not to have the computer in the bedroom. If you do have the computer, turn it off during the night, especially the router. Super, super cancerous. We don't want to sleep with routers in our house. In the nighttime, turn it off. Let your body relax. This is why people have a lot of anxiety.
I personally notice sometimes I have a really good bedtime routine where I don't have my laptop or my phone in my room, and I have like a wind down where I drink some tea and maybe journal and do some things like that. I feel so much better and more well rested the next day, and just my energy is better constantly. But if I get lazy with that routine and maybe I'll check my phone before I go to bed or leave my laptop in my room, I do notice like a huge difference.
Yeah. People that have anxiety, there is amazing like videos, like plenty videos on YouTube, like Tibetan balls, crystal balls, hypnosis that you can listen to during the night. You don't have to put the phone beside you, you can put it on a speaker. And sometimes you have even 8 hours of 5 to 8 frequency. I did free meditation like that for the womb, for healing and for sleeping, but I did it in Hebrew. So it's only for people that understand Hebrew, but you have plenty of amazing sounds in it that you can listen to during your sleep. And I love also to put just Tibetan bowl sounds during my day, just like bang, like listen to that. So yeah, our sleep is very, very sacred, and we want our room to be a very loving, comfortable room with a lot of pillows, and maybe putting 2 hearts if you want relationships. In the Feng Shui, they put 2 ducks together, but everything that you can put in couples, it's gonna go into your subconscious. Like if you have in your room a photo of a really sad woman, or just a woman alone or a man alone, it's really affecting, because we are like a clear canvas, and we are really projecting our thoughts and what's going on inside of us. So if you want a relationship with you in your life, put it in your house. Put a photo of a couple, I don't know, making love in a beautiful waterfall, or whatever can bring into your life what you wish. If you want to have really healthy food, put all your healthy food in jars in your kitchen. Don't just put it in your cupboards and things like that, hidden. Put it that you can see all the goji berry and golden berry and tea herbs and granola, and make it like a temple, your kitchen. Put a photo of a beautiful food. Make it inviting. And same with your living room. I really suggest to have an altar. Altar is like something like that. Instead of the TV that polluting our brain, make us slaves and just buy more and more things that we don't really need, and making us think that we're not perfect enough and we need that and that. Always a lot of fear and anxiety. I will push out away the TV. I don't see TV like 25 years. But anyway, altar is something that you can put with candles and essential oils and a nice photo of yourself in a good time, or if you have a relationship, the 2 of you or your children, all the things that you worship in your life and you want to amplify, you're gonna put it on your altar. I also have like cards, so every day I like to open a card and I will leave it open to see my guidance of that day. I could put crystals, a crystal of rose quartz for love, and be playfulness with that. But every time you're gonna see that altar and the things that you put in there, you can put money if you want to have a lot of abundance. Be creative about that, and then when you see it, it always affects your day.
Yeah, and something I want to add here with like having things that you want more of, or you want to attract these things into your life, it's like visualization, and that's a good practice that you can do if there's something that you really want or a way of life that you love. If you're putting it around you, you're visualizing it and you're manifesting it, and you're attracting it into your life subconsciously but also energetically, because it's there for you.
Yeah, when the first lockdown came and I was like, oh my god, I need a cabin in nature. And I put it up in Facebook, like a beautiful photo of a simple, beautiful cabin, and I told my friends, guys, let's go to nature, let's be somewhere. 4 months later, I found myself in Costa Rica, in Chiripu, in this beautiful, amazing Japanese cabin, and suddenly realizing, oh my god, this is exactly the same cabin that I was posting. And so the way we are putting things, we are planting things, and just sometimes just giving them water in them, but it's okay just to plant it and let it go. Don't be over control, because sometimes the universe is waiting for better things for you. Okay, sometimes you can visualize, oh, I want this person, but another better person for you is on the way. So also not to be too claiming to your manifestations, but just put it out in the world, you know, by these things that you want. And
yeah, it's so true. I find, like, and I've talked about this on my channel actually recently. I filmed a whole video on how a couple years ago, or even in the past year, like you guys know, I've quit my job recently, but there are little things that I talked about in past videos, like my goals for the year from last year, from 2019 to 2020. I made a video and then I rewatched that video a year later, and it's crazy because every single thing happened, but I wasn't even like, I need to make this happen. It just happened. And
yeah, when we're not claiming,
yeah,
and controlling, it's somehow flowing easily.
Exactly, it all
being
works
open to surprises.
Yeah.
And see how things unfold. So the main idea of this video is to know that life is sacred. We sometimes take it for granted, and every moment is precious. And our body is a temple. Not in a way, a lot of women in our days, they think that they are their boobs, they think that they are the lips, you know, their photos and all these things, but actually we are not our body. This body is like a vehicle of our soul that is so precious. And we want to take good care of our vehicle, to give it good fuel, to love it, to nourish it. Not to be confused and think, this is me, you know? I'm a soul that came to journey on this planet, and this amazing vehicle is helping me to travel this world, and this body is precious. And this is why I'm nourishing myself with amazing natural food, amazing people that is nourishing, and thoughts. So also our body is a temple, and also our house, because this is where we spend most of our time, and we want to feel comfortable in this temple. We want to sleep good. If someone is not feeling good where he stays in his house, this is really, you know, a major mistake and can bring diseases to your body, because this is our environment. If you have like a big satellite beside your house, maybe this will make you migraines. Check out your water that you're drinking. There is enough filters today that can clean the water. You can also put a crystal. You can pour the water into a glass bottle and put a little crystal inside, rose quartz. It can cleanse the water. Also, before you drink the water, you can move them a little bit. Okay, remind them to be in motion. There is magnets. There is a lot of things to purify your water, because we are 70-80% water, and we want, you know, we want it to be like as pure as possible. So the water is super important in our tap. Less router when we go to sleep, and yes, like taking care of your environment, and your environment can take care of you.
Definitely, it's so important. And just being here in Costa Rica, it's been so healing for me. If you guys have been watching, you know I was living at home in Austin, and I really felt a huge urge for a change of environment and to be closer to nature and to be living more with my body and just less in my head and be outside more. And this is already just changing my environment alone has been so healing for me physically and mentally. And you guys know that I wasn't liking my career, my job that I was doing, which ended up resulting in physical disease, and just I was not feeling good. And that's kind of why I'm here also, is to heal myself in that way. But your environment can heal you physically as well. So
yes,
so important.
So even if you live in the city, there is parks around. Going and sitting by a tree, leaning on it, taking off your shoes. The energy of nature heals us. We are so disconnected in the modern world, so we don't realize that. And it seems like so weird.
Yeah.
You know, go to sit by a tree, by a lake, by a river. In the weekends when you have time. You know how when we go to the beach, we come home, we're super tired. In a good way, we're tired.
Yeah.
You know, we're like feeling so clean and
Yes.
happy after we're in the nature. So there is always places around, and in the nature, to take off our shoes and
Take
go
off your shoes and
Yeah.
walk on the earth. That is,
Take some flowers that you see around, pick them and put in your house. Have plants. If you have a computer, if you work on a computer all day, have a big plant beside your computer that can actually suck all the radiation from you. There is ways
so many ways.
to be natural in the modern world.
Yes, and it's so important to bring these into your life because I know it gets so busy and hectic and it's easy to forget or just get caught up in your routine, but
We all do.
yeah, making these small
In the
changes,
city, yeah.
yeah, they really do make all the difference, and I'm so in love with the lifestyle I'm living here, and I'm so ready to like bring these things back with me. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that about Feng Shui. If you guys have any questions for either of us, you can leave them in the comments down below. And if you have any tips on Feng Shui or what you do with your environment in your home, I'd love to know them as well. And you can leave them down below. And of course, check out Kimmy on Instagram. I have her information in the description.
You can send me any question.
Yeah, you can reach out to her there. And of course, give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We have so many videos about incredible topics that people aren't aware of, and I wasn't even aware of, and I'm so glad I know now, and I'm going to be carrying them with me throughout my life. So make sure you check those out as well. Thank you guys. Bye.